Well, howdy, physics sleuths and inquisitive souls. Welcome again to Dynamic Gravity. So, I guess we got some good news for us Dynamic Gravity nuts out there. There's not too many of us yet, but growing movement. Maybe one day we'll get there. Got a long ways to go. But one of the important steps that we have to get there, is peer review. And I've been trying to get peer reviewed furiously ever since I got the math worked out. Back when it was just a theory, I tried a little bit, but everybody was telling me that I needed an academic email or, blah, blah, blah. It was nothing. It's stupid. And so I gave up. And then when I finally, progressed next level and figured out the mathematics completely and everything seems to work out fantastic for this theory of gravity, I decided to, try and get peer reviewed again. And man, it was brutal. Let me tell you what, kiddies. I must have submitted to at least 30, maybe 40 journals for physics, gravity, astronomy. Kind of a little difference there. And man, every one of them shot me down. Like every single one. I mean, it was brutal. It was like it was ridiculous. Come, here, let me show you. Right. So, I mean, here's the purpose of peer review, right? Just to get assessed. So, people in your field can look at your work and verify it, and be like either, yes, this is legit, or no, you're full of crap. You're talking about, you should resign now, get a job, doing something else. And I submit it. This one's from like Nature, this General Relativity and Gravitation journal. And this chick just sums up all of what I got. Not all of them emailed me back, tell me what was going on. Some of them just denied it and left it at that. But it was pretty much saying like, we would like to thank you for your submission, kind of like oh, here's your your effort award. Your manuscript has been carefully examined to assess its suitability. I regret to inform you your submission does not have the novelty and the scientific relevance required for consideration and, this journal. And, I'd like to let you know, a decision has been rendered and it cannot be reverted. So leave us alone. You're nobody. And, this really upset me because I'm like, yo, man, what is going on? Like, whether or not my theory is right, which I think it is, it correlates with what the aliens say, how gravity works, how their craft work. Every single observation, my theory of gravity predicts or explains perfectly. My math explains everything. It's like the whole shebang. I explain everything, and everything makes perfect sense. It all fits into our current things of science and physics. But here's Nature Physics right here. And keep in mind, they're saying that my theory of gravity, which explains everything, fixes every problem ever, and I have the math to back it up, and I derive the math just to let you know it's not fake. It's real. And, I'm garbage. But, here, experiment with levitated force sensor challenge theories of dark energy. Let's see what this says here. Abstract. Various theories of proposed nature. Blah, blah, blah. It's about the essential to directly verify and rule out these theories by experiment, despite substantial efforts in astrophysical observations, laboratory experiments, previous blah, should not sufficiently be able to blah, 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 blah. Let's basically say we tried to use some sensor to try and measure a fifth force. And, dark energy, I'm assuming. I can't read this article unless I pay them $30. I'm not going to do that. They didn't even post my article. Screw those guys. I'm not giving them my money. And they basically say, hey, we didn't detect anything. So they got an article here where they just use some sensor and they say, we don't know, we didn't find anything. Cool. Good enough to be in Nature Physics, buddy. My theory? No. Good vibrations. The hell is this? Originally suggested for the detection of gravitational waves, resonant vibrating metal beams have been used in recent laboratory experiments to measure Newton's constant of gravitation to verify Newton's gravitational law. Let's see what this one's about. Once again, they don't show you anything. Got to pay. This one I really do want to look at, though, because apparently they measure Newton's gravitational constant, which is of extreme importance to me because I say it's variable depending on the source of gravity you use. So I want to know how they did this, what was going on, and what their results were, how consistent they were. Unfortunately, it sounds like they're trying to do some new radical thing. I don't know. But when we look at the figure here, it looks to me just like a simple Cavendish experiment. I guess maybe this is where the whole resonance thing is happening and the new physics is going on. But this right here just looks like a straight up Cavendish, which means they're just using a big ball of lead, which means it's not testing my theory out. If they were to use gold, big ball of gold, then it would actually, be a test that could prove or disprove my theory of gravity. And I wish I could do that, but I don't have tens of millions of dollars to get like 300-pound balls of lead. So 600 pounds of lead or gold, 600 pounds of gold just to do the stupid experiment. I only need it for a day. Well, maybe longer than that, but not too long. But it is what it is. Science is not perfect because it's people, scientists. People kind of suck. But I did find a dude, and he's like, "Hey, man, I know an article. I kind of work for it, and I guarantee you, we will not shut down your thing because he read it. And he's like, yeah, it looks legit." And he said, "Yep, send it there, and we should be able to take care of it, And so I did that, and now my theory of gravity is published, woo, in the European Journal of Physical Science by EGPS. I looked them up. Apparently, they are not predatory. Apparently, they are the real deal. They're kind of suspect, but they do have people with testimonies that say no, they're legit, and it may not be a well-known journal, may not be a top tier, but it is a journal and it is legit. So this is all I could do. I tried, kiddies. I tried so hard. I tried my best. I did everything. I pulled out all the stops. I was charming. I was threatening. I was bribing. Nothing worked. But I did get it here. Here is the article. Rothar, as you can clearly see, calculating all dark energy and dark matter effects through dynamic gravity. Here is the website, ajpojournals.org. And yeah, this is pretty much the write-up that I have. I did a little editing at their request to, make things sound a little bit different or better, more express knowledgeable on this or less on that. And yeah, pretty much it's just the paper I've been working on for the last 10 years, with this stuff. Everything added into it, including my beautiful math, which, they kind of messed up on the printing of everything. But hey, man, I'm just grateful these guys, took care of me at all because no one else would. No one, like 30, 40 journals. And they all told me that my work, my theory, my math was all garbage and not even worth showing to anybody else, is essentially what they said. So it is what it is. Here is my theory of gravity in its full glory with all of the calculations and the math and derivations and explanations and everything, on how everything works. And conclusion, recommendations. Yeah, in the end, I did change this to do recommendations just on what I would like the community to do with my theory of gravity. And that's basically, hey, I create this math, now apply it. I don't have access. I would love to do it myself, but I'm an outsider. I'm a nobody. I don't have access to these fancy telescopes. I can't just, schedule time at the Hawaii Observatory or Chile Observatory, to look at this and to measure that. And I don't have access to their databases of all the, their known everything. Once again, it's all hush knowledge for some reason, because scientists are greedy. They want to make the discoveries. They don't want to give you their information, their work, and let you make the discovery. Just like Tycho and what was that? Tycho and Copernicus, their feud all over again. Yeah, it never ended. Welcome to science, kiddies. So I'm hoping that the scientific community will apply my math to various galaxies and black holes all around the observable universe. And, hopefully we can get to the bottom of things and, see if everything works out. Then I think that's super, super strong. And you have to take my theory serious at that point in time. If my math explains everything, all the motions and all the observations of the heavens and the galaxies and the universe and the multiverse, screw it, we're going all the way, then how can you deny me? That's my question. So we've not only have got published, we also, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting peer reviewed. I think. I'm not 100% certain. I looked this up. ResearchGate apparently is, I think, the second largest peer reviewing kind of website. My article's been up here about a month now, since June anyways, so about a month and a half. And about a month. And yeah, it's already got a research interest score of 2.0, which I guess is, not bad. I've already got one recommendation. That's one scientist in my field who, read it and basically put his seal of approval on it. He's like, yeah, man. Yeah, your stuff is legit. Don't know if it's right, but it is legit. So at least I got that. We got 42 reads, although to be honest, it is actually a lot more than that. If we go into the stats, I think it's a lot more than that. Yeah, and here's what I love right here. Compared by date of publication, this item's research interest score is higher than 82% of research items published in 2023. So I guess I'm already in the top 20% of all peer-reviewed articles for ResearchGate that have been published in this year. I guess that's good news. I don't know. I don't know how this works. No one will tell me. I don't know. But I do know this. I'm trying the best I can, and I'm not going to give up trying. I'm not going to give up. I truly believe that my theory is correct. This is not just some bullshit thing. Well, it could be. No, I think it is, dude. I think it is. And you're going to have to earn your argument to even say that it's not in my presence. That's all I can say. So, yeah, I think, see, citations. Oh, man, up and down like a roller coaster. It's getting all crazy up on here in ResearchGate. So, yeah, there we go. If you are a scientist on ResearchGate, man, look up my article and see if you like it. See if it sounds legit. See if it makes sense. See if you understand gravity now after you read this article, and maybe feel like I could be right and people should look into this. And if you feel that way, give it a good old recommendation. And, maybe a comment too. Be like, yeah, you're awesome. Man, I would love to have someone tell me that. My whole life, never had anyone tell me that. Wouldn't it be nice just once? But yeah. So that's my news, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to fight the good fight. I'm trying to get this theory of gravity out there the best I can. But man, it is hard because everybody is fighting me, no one wants to work with me. They all want to work against me. I need access to the database of all of, the galaxies, near galaxies, whatever. Near ones would be better because we have a better estimate of how big they are, and to, do some calculations and see if, the math completely explains all the observations with the way that, the galaxies are going to and from each other, as the math would predict. This is what I need. This is my next step. That, and also trying to create a gravity engine. I have a prototype that I wanted to test out, and I did try and test it out this weekend, but unfortunately the magnetic field was way too strong and it interfered with my scale, so I wasn't able to record any results. So now I got to try and devise an experiment where I get a new scale. That's going to be really hard and expensive. I don't have all the money. Yeah. Life. What can I do? So, on that note, I got work to do. I'm going to get back to it. I got some exciting videos coming up I think are absolutely critical if you are a person who loves the truth and can handle it. If that's what you want, tune in, subscribe, and I will deliver, I promise. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I will catch you on the flip side.
Like, subscribe, submit.